Okay, so high blood pressure. What actually are some causes of high blood pressure? I had a lady reach out to me yesterday and ask what she can do for her high blood pressure. So I thought, I would cover it here and give you all this advice, because sometimes what one person's asking might be able to help others. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Belinda, and I help people who have been struggling with autoimmune problems, thyroid issues, sleeping issues, energy issues, just feeling so tired, so beyond tired, that you can't actually get through the day without feeling like yourself, and you want to be able to get back to feeling like you, right? Okay, so high blood pressure. There are some different ways that we can look at this. There might be a secondary cause to the high blood pressure. Maybe you're having kidney problems or kidney dialysis, and that can actually on its own be a secondary cause of high blood pressure. Okay, but primary causes, okay, so the primary high blood pressure or essential high blood pressure, what they call it, hypertension, or a few other things that they can reference it to, often becomes idiopathic, which means they don't actually know what causes it, right? And there isn't really a cure. They just, put you on medications or, tell you to avoid salt, or maybe people become salt sensitive and they say, oh, yep, just avoid salt and take your medications, you'll be on your way. But there are actually, treatments that we can use to help us regulate our high blood pressure. And then the next thing that we move to is metabolic syndrome. Okay, so metabolic syndrome can cause high blood pressure. Okay, it can cause high cholesterol, it can be high sugar, it can cause belly fat, and it can cause insulin resistance. Okay, now all of those things that I just listed, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar, belly fat, are also caused by insulin resistance. So isn't that interesting? Pretty curious, right? So insulin resistance, some symptoms that go along with insulin resistance are stiffening of arteries. Where can this go? It can also cause sodium retention, hence the reason why we're often recommended to avoid salt, right? Because we're holding it. But it can also cause low potassium, and it can also cause other vascular issues as well. So is the root cause high blood pressure, or is it insulin resistance? So we really need to look at both sides of the coin. Now, insulin resistance, like I said, can cause low potassium, right? And we actually hold salt. So that becomes a problem. Why? Because we hold salt and we've got low potassium. But what actually happens is salt and potassium are a tag team. If we have high sodium, then we're going to have low potassium. So it's like, we need to balance that scale a bit so we can bring our body back into balance. Potassium deficiencies can cause high blood pressure. So I was like, oh, okay. So is it the insulin resistance that's causing the low potassium that's causing the high blood pressure, or is it the other way around? So we really need to look at different perspectives on this so that we can actually get a whole picture of what's actually going on. Okay, so, is the low potassium actually coming from the insulin resistance, or is it the other way around? So we really need to look at all sides of this so that we can get a real pinpoint on what's actually causing that. Okay, so if you're interested, I can link up a few information on insulin resistance and what it actually leads to and how that happens in the body. So insulin resistance is, we're not using our insulin correctly. It's being, stuck in the cell. So it's not doing its job. And it actually, when we have insulin resistance, it creates the body to hold on to fat cells as well. So it increases belly fat, and that can be a big cycle as well. So anyway, I hope this has been interesting and informative. If you know someone who has high blood pressure, then feel free to tag them down below so that we can actually get this information out to more people. Anyway, you have an awesome day and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.